What's up, guys? So I'm going to go over a little bit of what we've done to the EG so far. Had a lot of questions about, whether we're selling it, keeping it, what we're doing. Um, Basically, I don't really know yet. I have already got it registered in my name, just in plans to probably keep it for a while, daily drive it, get it back to pristine condition. So when we did get it, it was missing a bumper. It's actually in my truck. So they had pushed it into a garage and basically it ripped the bumper off going backwards, and it broke the tabs off the corners of the bumper, and it also snapped this entire piece off the bumper, as well as buckled this fender a little bit. So you can kind of see that it's still got a little dent right here, right on the body line. This whole piece was just, it was way out of whack. So I did have another bumper. It wasn't in the best condition. If you guys had saw any pictures of the green EG out back, that's what it actually came off of, and it has all this stuff cut out of it. It has quite a few like scrapes and scratches and stuff. It was smashed in right here as well. So it kind of has like a little indentation right here as well as right here. But nevertheless, I did take it off. I sanded it down, prepped it, and got a paint coat to match it. So I did respray this myself, and then cleared it. And then some of it is a little bit dry as far as like the clear coat that was on it. But nevertheless, it looks a million times better than it did, with no bumper. Going into the engine bay, it is a B18C block, so it is a Type R block. The timing was on, but it had some timing gears on it, some cam gears that were old school, and they were adjustable. The belt was, it had a lot of slack in it. Basically, it was stretched out, and it was also squeaking. So I went ahead and put a new timing belt on it and made sure everything was all back to OEM spec. Put regular cam gears on it because there was no reason for it to have cam gears, or adjustable ones anyways, as it sets. So went ahead and did that. Also, they had done a steel braided line from the master cylinder all the way to the clutch slave, but they had left in some of the hard line that was still attached to the firewall. So I went ahead and took that out. Really, I don't like anything in the cars that don't belong in the cars, especially like aftermarket alarms that don't work. So I will be removing the horn, all the wires that go to that. It's got some sort of wire tapped into the VTEC solenoid, which I think this is actually probably going to like a light or something that was inside, which that's very old school. That used to be done quite a bit back in the day, but I don't like what that looks like in there. So we're going to remove that. Also, it did have a bunch of speaker wires. So basically all this stuff I have already pulled out that just was not in use, and non-existent. This was the hard line that was in there still. So this was part of it. This was part of it right there. And then the fitting right here that goes into this, and then the rest, like a flex line, comes off of this and then goes into another hard line, and then goes into a flex line for the stock clutch, which we won't have or need that anymore. So it came out. Also, it did have these like super heavy gigantic bride seats in it, and also those Koenig wheels as also over there. So I did put the new wheels on. I did remove those gigantic bride seats, which were just way too big for a Civic. There was just no reason for them to be in there. So I do have one of my buddies coming over that does PDR, so it does have dents on the roof, like a few little here, a few little there, a few in the center. It's got this little crease right here on the back. I did have to go through the rear hatch as well. It it had something like rigged up on the back here. So this cover piece was missing. This piece was like, I don't know, like they had modified the mechanism in here that this bolts to. So this was non-OEM, and I didn't like the way it looked, obviously, with like no cover on it and stuff like that. So I went ahead and replaced the whole thing, put this back to OEM. But in doing so, I had to remove all the trunk and then adjust this. So everything is like here and really clean in this car, which I'm really happy about. So everything was there, but I did have to move this to get it to shut right. Also, this was rattling because it was loose on the glass, and I had to fix that. Other things that we'll be doing, I did take the seats out when I was taking out some of the wires, and obviously this is broken, but that's okay. Super hard to find those anyways, so even in that condition I'll take it. But I did remove the back seats and clean out some of that stuff. Also, another issue that I'm going to fix is this right here. Luckily it's not cracked. It is a old tail, and it's not cracked, so it is in good condition other than the clear coat peeling. So I am going to pull this off, and I'm going to sand this down, then re-clear this as well, like I did with the bumper, and get that looking 100% good. I do have another one that's actually pulled off of another hatch, but it's cracked, and I liked it because it was black, but I guess I'll stick with the carbon fiber theme because they do have like some covers here that are carbon fiber, and it looks halfway decent. So yeah, so that's some of the stuff that we've done to the hatch so far. I will be getting OEM lights and OEM corners for it as well. I don't really like the way these look. They don't fit absolutely correct because of that, and it's not because of the body, it's just because of the two things not being the exact same. So I don't like this gap in here, so I will be replacing these with some OEM units basically, and then I'll be going through taking off all these brackets and all this stuff and cleaning up the tarnished engine bay and going over some of that as well. And then motor wise, it does have a S80 transmission, but I think I'm gonna pull that out because I do have a Syncrotech here that's been rebuilt, fully rebuilt B16 Syncrotech trans with the LSD in it as well. So I'll probably pull this one out and slap that one in, and then go through some of the suspension. It's making a little bit of noise up here in the front. Nothing really to be concerned about. I think it's just kind of rough. I mean, it rides pretty rough. It does have some older coilovers on it. It does ride decent, but it makes a little bit of noise, like one of the bushings are kind of worn out or something, so I got to get under there and check that. But overall, super clean, super nice EG. And so these were the ITR seats that I had in my Integra. I put these in here. Some of the stuff I don't like is this gap right here between the center console that they put in and this aftermarket shifter setup, which I don't really know what I'm going to do with that yet. I don't really like that it's got the air fuel gauge there. There's really no reason for that. It's all motor car. So we'll be going through those things and seeing if we're going to keep them. I did redo the floor. It did have OEM Civic floor mats in it, so I am gonna take those out. I need to take this out because now the carpet's wet, and then get this dried out because there's no reason to have this in there. But yeah, so you know, for anybody that was wondering about the EG, AC does work. Everything works on that. Obviously no power steering. It was a no power steering car to begin with, so that's fine. But yeah, drop a comment below. I want to hear what your suggestions are or what else you think we should do to it. And if you're in the Oklahoma or Tulsa area, you know, and you want to get out and cruise a little bit, definitely let me know. That would be very cool. So we'll talk to you guys later.